you cuddly bear race, and evil bugs enslave them all. And we are here to answer the call, from one planet to the next, guns loaded and muscles flexed. We'll save the cuddly bear tribe, gonna do it all with pride. Come be my star to win, we'll crush the drones together. Come be my star twin, we'll explore the galaxy forever. We're Jet Force and we do good, returning peace to the neighborhood. Dry rockets are locked and loaded, life force doors are clear and decoded. My jetpack's fueled and ready to launch, hope the fires within don't burn my haunch. Got a tight starship with cozy card dice, ready to squash the big bug on the asteroid of ice. Come be my star twin, we'll crush the drones together. Come be my star twin, we'll explore the galaxy forever. But it's so infuriating to find every tribal bear in a bind. Have to rescue them all to prevent the galaxy's fall. Deep inside a cold gem mine, deep beneath the ocean brine, locked within the drone spawn ships, locked beneath the blue sand drift. Every bear must be accounted for to get to the last planet to explore. Then we can finally settle the score. And we can finally settle the score. Come be my star twin, we'll crush the drones together. Come be my star twin, we'll explore the galaxy forever. Come and be my star twin, we'll crush the drones together. Come be my star twin, we'll explore the galaxy forever. Can you feel the scars of time? Can you feel destiny?
Let's get this stream started. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go!
How's it going, everyone? It's Tyler Blue here, and welcome to the to a channel update. And hey, Abor, how are you doing today? Welcome in. So, I'm going to be doing a channel announcement today regarding the state of the channel, and I'm going to be doing it over Final Fantasy XIV because that's one of the games I play, and the patch just came out for it and all that kind of stuff, so I'm going to hop right in. And no music right now, but I am going to be doing some fates and stuff, just something that's easy to do, and hopefully it doesn't take too much effort on my end while I discuss what is happening. So basically what is going on. So I've been gone the last 3 weeks or so doing other things, and I'm not going to be talking about what exactly was I doing just yet. I just want to go over the state of the channel first. So earlier this month, the 90-day suspension period for monetization had ended, and I naturally reapplied, and YouTube nearly instantaneously rejected me for the same reasons as for what happened in January. So, and wait, I gotta fix this real quick. There we go. So YouTube basically rejected me for the same reasons having to do with inauthentic content, and it was the usual canned response of, we're not going to tell you what is inauthentic about the inauthentic content. I'm pretty sure that most people that are watching the channel right now, or at least most people that are regularly watching the channel, would, I don't know, this is opinion based, of course, but if the game's too loud, please let me know, that way I can turn it down. But, I gotta turn it down on my end. But, like, there seems to be a difference between what, I think what a reasonable person would consider inauthentic content compared to what YouTube thinks inauthentic content is. When I think inauthentic content, I'm thinking of things like someone staring at a wall for 10 hours, or somebody reading tax forms, or things that nobody wants to see. If a good example, although a little bit crude, is if you guys have seen the film Idiocracy, and there's a scene in that movie where, for those of you that don't know, for those of you that don't know, Idiocracy was a film released about 20 years ago that talked about the dumbing down of the United States. I don't know if it was just the U.S. or if it was the entire world, but it's been a while since I've seen the movie. But the idea was that there was a scene there where they talked about how this film called Ass had apparently won an Academy Award, and the idea of the film was just so much ass for 2 hours. Something like that is what I would consider, and I think a lot of people would also consider as inauthentic content. So, now YouTube appears to believe that inauthentic content is anything and everything that is made with AI. Which, if you guys have seen any of the videos I've done in the last few months or so, and I guess you could say in general, that there is an ongoing series that I was working on called Travel Social Studio Reborn, and I'm probably gonna get this. Alright, this one's over. Okay, so let's go up here. Anyways, so that's kind of what I am. So YouTube thinks that seems to think, I can't say for sure because I'm not part of them or anything like that, but they seem to think that, or at least this is what they've trained their bots, or probably like that, is that anything that has to do with AI, whether it's AI visuals, AI voiceovers, or anything having to do with AI, even if it's a human written script, they apparently seem to consider that to be inauthentic. So, which I think is bullshit, because they like, and even the appeal video that I sent to them, which I will not be releasing here because it shows my IRL face and all that kind of stuff. Because so see gathering up all the AoEs. That's a lot of enemies there. But the idea is that they think that AI, like, no matter what it is inauthentic. Like, I think when I did my reapplication earlier this month, they were probably under the impression that, oh, it's, well, first of all, I think a bot saw it, not an actual person. But second of all, they're under the impression that anything AI, like even if it's a human written script, like I even showed them in the appeal video that, oh yeah, this one's got a follow up, so these guys need to stay here. A lot of people don't realize that. Unless they're going to the other one. If they're going to the other one first, then sorry if I get distracted, but I'm trying to do fates at the same time, so they probably went to the other fate. There is a 15-minute cooldown, and it's not really going to be a big deal if. But regardless, that's kind of what. So what does this mean for me going forward? So I think at this point I may have to suspend TCS Reborn. Because it feels like anything that has to do with AI seems to be no bueno with YouTube. And, oh yeah, that's, I wanna... Oh yeah, I'm the target. I will, Anyway, so I'm probably going to have to suspend TCS Reborn for the next few months or so, and I may need to focus more on live streams. That, I know that being said, most of my audience probably isn't interested in my live streams, but more power to you if you are. It's alright if you're not, but I think I need to focus on live streams for the next 3 months. To quote-unquote get back to these good graces, because if I have far more live streams than I do, let's say, the TCS videos, then there's a chance that YouTube may weigh those more than they would, let's say, the TCS stuff. Or at least that's what I think, but that all has to do with what the bots are saying, because let's be honest, YouTube doesn't actually look at your stuff. I think the January case was probably more of an actual person looking at it, but as far as like what happened in April. Well, we're still in April, earlier this month, it's the 30th. It's the 30th of April today, Pacific Standard Time. But, I think it's still, it may be May 1st in some parts of the world right now, but as of today, it's still April 30th. But, regarding that, it is probably more likely that an actual bot is looking at, or like a bot is looking at the application process and not an actual person. And the bot is probably trained to think, oh, this is AI. And AI is bad. Okay, this person is very much okay, my bird's still alive. So that's probably what is going on there. So that is kind of what I want to say is, and if there's anyone in chat that wants to voice their opinion in chat, go right ahead. I have it as subscriber only mode because every time I stream Final Fantasy 14, I tend to get a lot of bots and themselves saying wanting to promote their own streams or something like that. But I'm gonna back up like that. So that's kind of what I am. Sorry if I'm stuttering. I'm trying to play Fates and stuff right now at the same time, but anyways, that's kind of what I'm going with, or at least that's kind of what my opinion is regarding the policy of the inauthentic content, because I even showed them, like, I know I'm repeating myself, but I've shown them the script, like in my appeal video what I did. I've shown them the scripts that I use and the okay, the boss is down. I've shown them that the scripts that I make are written by written as myself. I don't use ChatGPT to write my scripts or anything like that. But yes, I use AI for visuals and I use AI for voiceovers because I can't voice a jillion characters by myself, and also nobody likes my voice anyway. So, but that's kind of but that's in the craft process, and I even showed them how I do my scenes, and I had to speed things up so much because the YouTube doesn't, it should be pretty obvious that YouTube does not care. YouTube is run by bots, and this can be said about just about any sort of algorithm-based social media platform, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Meta, whether it's TikTok, anything like that. They are soulless. All of them are soulless. And that is, and there's no human involvement whatsoever. Oh, did I lose my... There we go. So it's pretty, so that's kind of what I am going with that. Anyways, oh hey Luis, how you doing? Welcome in. Sorry I didn't catch you on chat here just now. Hopefully you're having a good day today. So I never exactly explained why I was gone. Well, first of all, I was gone for a few days because I was going up to the Bay Area to ride roller coasters, which that trip was an adventure in itself. Oh, okay, we're gonna need to start doing AOE's. These guys are all clumping up, so AOE's. But basically, I went on my trip, and that's when I did the reapplication process. I was actually leaving the Bay Area as the application window reopened. But so I was gone for that, and then I've actually been working on a new novel, and I'm not going to reveal exactly what the novel is because it's way too soon, even though I'm 25 chapters into it. But I've also been working on a new novel, and that has been taking up a lot of my time. So, whoops, let's skip again. So that's also something I've been working on. So, and I can't really talk about the novel much because, okay, so we got Inner Fate 1. Alright, so which one's next? I think we're going this way. So I've been working on the new novel, and I've also been. That's pretty much what I've been doing most of the time, and also the last couple of days, patch 7.5 just came out, and that's part of the reason I'm doing 14 right now. And I'm doing Fates mostly because it's something that I can do kind of mindless. Because if I like if I'm doing a dungeon or something that takes up a little more brain power, then it's really hard for me to talk and work on things and play the game at the same time. But so I've been working on the novel, and it's a lot different than TCS. It's in the same universe as TCS, but it has nothing to do with TCS other than there is one TCS character that is kind of mentioned. Actually, he's definitely mentioned, but by name. But it takes place 10 years after the TCS novels. And, okay, the maiden's out. Kill the maiden. But, okay, there we go. Maiden's down. But, that's kind of the premise, or, well, I'm not going to go into the details of what the premise of the novel is, but that's a little bit of information regarding what the novel's about. It's also, it's not erotica or anything like that. It is LGBT related, but it is not, it is LGBT related, but it is not a, what's the word here? It's not erotica, and it's there's a lot more stuff that is safe for work. There will not be any audiobooks of the, there also will not be any audiobooks of it or anything like that. Partially for one, it would take forever, and two, it would be for the same reasons that I mentioned earlier about what YouTube seems to consider as inauthentic content. So, are they... Okay, we got the boss here. So that's kind of what I've been going with regarding things about, so that's kind of what I've been doing the last month or so, or the last 3 weeks or so, as I've been working on that book. And I'm taking a short break from the book to play the new patch. And which, by the way, the new patch, MSQ, I did the MSQ on Tuesday, and very interested, and sort of, well, I should be too hyped right now because it's still 9 months away, but for Evercold, the next expansion, that is, so I'm definitely looking forward to that, and there's definitely suitable hype for that. And then I did the new Alliance raid yesterday as well, so yesterday I ran Winders, actually only died twice during the entirety of the raid. So that is kind of what I've been going with. And I'm just gonna keep running Fates and stuff. If anyone wants to chat or anything like that, be my guest, go ahead. But I haven't gotten any Demi Atmos, by the way. I know they said it's a 5% chance, but I've been having very bad luck. That's the main reason why I've been trying to go for the, there's too much RNG involved, and I don't want to go to Occult Crescent, so... Okay, we got another fate up here, which I think is... Okay, are they gonna talk to him? These guys usually... Okay, yeah, this is gonna be pretty easy. So we got the whale. Yeah, that whale is very much, that whale is very expensive on the mock station, by the way. But, anyway, so that is... Oh wait, why am I using AoEs? Oh, is it 2 persons? I thought there'd be more. Anyways, that's kind of where I am in terms of the state of the channel and stuff like that. So, up to this point, which I don't know how long this took me to talk about. I guess only 15 minutes. I guess I only had 15 minutes of actual channel updates. But, so I'm going to spend the rest of this time working on updates for a little while. And, something like that. Just to, okay, those are just regular sugar poppers. Never noticed that until now. But, oh, okay. Oh, got one! How many more of those do I need? Do I need one more or two more? And one more of those. Finally got a Demi-Atma. But fates are pretty dry here, so I need one more Demi-Atma and Colzamalca, and then I can move on. So, anyways. So, I don't know what your guys' opinion is on inauthentic content. Like, I don't think anyone's voiced it in chat or anything like that. But would you guys consider TCS Reborn or Beach Tribe in Another World or any of the other shows I've done that use AI as the visuals, like the visual and audio foundation, but not the writing, because I write everything myself. But would you consider those to be AI? I don't want to use the term AI slop, because to me AI slop is to me the term AI slop is things that nobody really wants to see. Like, I'm trying to think of a good example, like those fruit videos and stuff like that. And the thing is that I see AI as a tool to express yourself. I don't see, because it's not really laziness. Especially for what I'm doing. Like there's using AI to be lazy, and there's using AI to tell your story and stuff. Like if you write everything yourself and you cast everything yourself and use the same characters, and the reasonable human viewer would see that as, and a reasonable human viewer would see as like a narrative storyline that has a beginning, middle, and end. And that is exactly what I am doing on the channel. So, like, AI Slop would have no plot, excuse me, something like AI Slop would have no plot, or no characterization, or anything like that, even if the video is, like, I'll admit some of the muscle movements I was doing were probably what YouTube would consider inauthentic, but those have all been removed. Like, nearly every single... There's a handful of them that are still around, the most popular ones, like... and that reminds me, there was something else I needed to discuss. So, there was something else I needed to discuss regarding the state of the channel, and I forgot to mention it earlier. And that has to do with a video that was not taken down by me, but taken down by YouTube. So, that is, while I was gone, I was actually in California, I was going to America, I was getting off Gold Striker, and I got an email saying that YouTube had removed Flexing in the Forest. Flexing in the Forest was a Tristan and the Beachrock Boys song that I did, actually it was in January, just before this whole demonetization stuff happened. And the song, it's pretty self-explanatory about what it is. It's about Tristan, Axel, Jesse, and Desmond all flexing their muscles in the forest and having a great time and doing TBJ stuff. But, guys, alright, if they're doing all that, I'm going to be an opportunist and just... Oh. Okay, we'll just do that. Pick up these bundles of crafting materials. And hopefully, they don't aggro me. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need, like, a lot of them. This is one of those collection fates that takes a while to... I'm just going to start collecting these. But that is, so that video, YouTube took it down for sexual content, which, and their reasoning is total bullshit, because they were saying, oh, Tristan, that like the bot knows Tristan, who Tristan Corrigan is, Tristan did not consent to Axel and Jesse touching him. So, which, if anybody that, well, I guess if you knew who Tristan was, that they would know that he's the front man of TDJ, and I think I need to turn in 9 of them to get a gold on this fate. So, okay, we'll just turn that one in. I think I need 9 of them, so I should be good. I'm not sure how many of them I need. Anyways, they're saying that Tristan did not consent to Jesse and Axel touching him, which makes no sense. A bot flagged that video, not a actual person. It makes no sense whatsoever. And I don't really understand their thought process. So, well, actually, bots don't have thought processes, but bots have programming, and I don't understand the programming because it would make because a reasonable bot, well, bots can't be reasonable. You guys know what I mean, but a reasonable person that would program a bot would know that, and that's also part of it, is that the video had been up for 3 months. And the video had been up for 3 months, and nobody said anything about it. And it got 8,000 views over those 3 months. And so we got those. And over those 3 months, people were really supportive of it, and like really liked the song "Flexing in the Forest." It's a very catchy song about what Tristan and his friends do. But regarding them, like Jesse and Axel would, like, it's a music video, and it features all 4 members of the band. And anybody that knows about TJ lore would know that the guys tend to be shirtless a lot, especially Tristan. I don't even, well, Tristan does have shirts, obviously, but alright, so we got, okay, so we're going up here. It looks like the next one's collection date. Always a bigger beast. So, anyways, we've got that going for that, and I want to see if there is. Okay, so we're going to go over here. Okay, good. I hear a warrior, so we got an actual tank, so that's cool. So that's the gist of what happened with Flexing in the Forest. A lot of my other videos most of the videos I took down myself, but Flexing in the Forest wasn't taking down my YouTube did that one. But regarding the other, why I took the other videos down, I think it also had to do with because YouTube apparently considers those to be inauthentic content, and which makes no sense because each of those stories is guys talking about their lives, talking about the stuff they like to do, and has to do with okay, we need to get out of here before the other. Okay, because this one's got a follow-up. Okay, they might be going to the other one. Okay. Actually, we'll I think this one I need to grab more of these items first. But maybe help out maybe I should help you out. But the videos are about guys doing what the TCS guys doing what they do best, which is busting the muscles and tap bouncing and all the stuff people want to see. And a lot of those videos, as some of you guys will probably know, got a lot of views. The Dustin video is, I think, over 20K. And the Dustin video is still there, by the way. So there is that. I may consider, by the way, doing an actual long-form video that discusses everything that I'm talking about here in a more systematic manner, but I'm doing the live stream now because I need to work on report. I need to actually have visuals that are not AI, so that way YouTube doesn't think that I'm just producing AI stuff again. And, okay, this one's done. I think I got 12. I think 12 is good enough, so we're going to move on. So, that way YouTube doesn't think that all my content is AI. And I think it completely ignored everything I was doing with Crimson Desert, which I honestly, in retrospect, I'm not sure if I should have streamed Crimson Desert or not. I think it was definitely a good idea for me to stream Crimson Desert, because it was, like, there was a lot of stuff that happened in there, and there was some interaction with stuff like that, but I admit I was probably in over my head, like, as far as the game goes, because that one mission at the very end was terrible, and wow, okay, at least I threw in an AoE there. You might want to get this guy off of me. There we go. Yeah, I was talking to the warrior there, not to any of you guys. Alright, we're gonna fast forward to that. Oh, we got another. Set that there. So that is kind of what I've been going with. Another vulture. There's a lot of these vultures here. We good? And we're done! I'm done with Kosamalka, so we're going to move on to another zone. We're going to go to Orkopacha because it's right next door. And I'll just fly over because I don't want to waste money teleporting. But, anyways, I'm done with Kosamalka. I don't need to do any more Atmos here. I need one more. Okay, I need two more in Yak. Oh, no, I need one more in Yaktel and two more in Orkopacha. So I don't need to do any more, thankfully, in Kosamalka. And I've done in Shaloni too. So I need all three. I need all three in HF. I've done so much grinding in HF. I've never been able to get any of those, and I need 2 in Living Memory and 2 in Orkopacha and 1 more in Yaktel. So I'm a third of the way done. I'm actually more than a third of the way done, but in terms of zones, I'm a third of the way done. So we're going to move on to a fate somewhere in Orkopacha. We'll go to Young Volcanoes because that's the closest. But, is that it right there? Okay, never mind. I think that's... Okay, this one's got a bunch of bombs. Alright, so... Oh, someone else is here. Cool. Yeah, there's actually a lot of people here, so you get the big staff. I like that. Yeah, I ran Merchant's Tale, by the way, yesterday, and for the first time. And actually, I got 2 of the paths done. So, oh, did I reset Skystar? That's weird. I think that's a glitch, because I think Skystar should have had... I don't know what happened with Skystar there. I know that I've got a while ways to go. I don't know where is this looking canyon. Okay, so we got that, and then canyon. Oh, I maxed out. Okay, I need an Ffxiv onion. Okay, so I'll deal with that off camera. But he's maxed out, which means I can finally give him another Ffxiv onion if I have one, which I think I do. And then go from there to rank him up a little bit because you have to... Anyways, we're going to go down here and talk to this guy, whatever they're doing. And where are we going? There it is. Okay. Is this a defense fate? Okay, yeah it is. Oh no, this is a... Okay, we got another... Okay, there's the boss. Sorry, we get distracted, but anyways. Let's go! Is that from Hulu or is that from... I keep forgetting if that's Hulu or if that's from where, like, I don't remember. But, I know, it's been a while since I've played 14. I kind of took a hiatus from it, and I was also kind of hoping to meet some good friends in 14, by the way. I think a lot of people kind of stopped talking to me in 14 after I kind of stopped playing. Plus the whole Bad Batch thing, which lives up to their name. But, I'm not bringing back Wednesday weeklies, by the way. I think that show is done for, and that's probably... YouTube will probably consider that to be inauthentic content, from what I know. But, because YouTube, as I said earlier, doesn't care. So... But, let's move on to the next fate and see how we go. Is it? Okay, it's on the other side of the mountain. So, at least I got another zone done. Like, I lucked out in Occult Crescent and managed to get Shaloni all taken care of. Like, none of the other ones, but I at least got something done in Shaloni. Anyways, we got those done, and we've got... Okay, so these... Invasive species. Okay, let's gather these all up. That other guy, I think that warrior stayed and calls him Alpha. That's alright. We got plants to kill. We got plants to kill here. So, that is what we've got. And as far as live streams go, live streams are like the last thing that YouTube should consider inauthentic, because it's me playing a game and I provide the commentary live, and it's really hard to replicate that at scale. Now YouTube's probably going to say, "Oh, you do the same stuff every week." No, I don't. Some of the like when I was doing Wednesday weeklies, some of that stuff may be the same, because expert, there's only two things to choose from, but like right now it's the Clydium or Mistwake. But as far as that, but other things change. Like there's a lot of alliance raids I can go with. I know it's Crystal Tower half the time, but like, I could get a Nier raid, I can get an Evil East raid, I can get a Vanadil raid, which I honestly thought, as I said earlier, I honestly thought Winters was easier than I was expecting it to be. most of the mechanics there make sense. Like, I'm a casual player. I don't really, like, in SOTOR I was a lot more hardcore, but in this game I think I've always been casual, and, sorry, that was my watch going off. Accept the challenge! Okay, so we got more of these guys today. There's something else I need to get caught up in. I need to get caught up in the Yaku dailies, because I haven't really been focusing on those, like, at all. And I know it's for crafter stuff, where it's, yeah, which I've got my crafters good to go, and geared up. A lot of that was even Cosmic, but, well, it's actually a mix of good Cosmic and, back when 7.4 came out, I was wanting to craft my own set of Fort Your Lover's gear. That way I didn't have to worry about gearing up or anything like that before Evercold came out. I know I've got 9 months to do it, but am I seriously going to play this every day for 9 months? Probably not. As I said earlier, I have a novel that I'm working on, and I want to get that, at least the rough draft of that done. I may need to slow down a little bit, because I'm actually at a bit of a writer's block for where it is in the story. It's saggy middle syndrome. For those of you that are not writers or anything like that, saggy middle syndrome is where the middle of a story kind of lulls because you don't really have much of a direction about where the story is going. Like in story crafting, the opening and closing acts, which if you use a 3-act structure, which is the standard in movies and the standard in most modern media nowadays, it has to do with where a 3-act structure, you have the beginning, which is the first act. Oh, okay, this one's got a follow-up. Where you have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And a beginning, and there are set beats within that beginning, middle, and end that have to be followed. Okay, I'm gonna rainbow drip this guy. I don't have Star Prison, but I have everything else. Oh, and it's going after me! It's going after me! What did I do to piss it off? Okay, so it's... Okay, so... Please get it. Okay. I know I've got the healer the healer option I can go with. Anyways, that's what I've got, and, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, that's right, the writing system, like writing stuff like that. Okay, not actual writing systems, that's different topics, but regarding storytelling and writing. Like, there are certain feats that have to be done in a story in order to... Why is my bird not healing me? I should have renamed the bird Donald Duck or something like that. Donald's never healed from Kingdom Hearts. Okay, I got Choco here. But still, Victomancer should not be tanking. You could argue that I brought on myself because of opening with my actual opener, but still, Victomancer should not be the tank. Alright, so anyways, we got but these beats in there, the beginning, middle, and end, are basically every story, especially every movie, or nearly every movie that you guys see in theaters, has these exact beats. Like, you have your hook, which hooks people to keep reading the story and talk about, like, establishes what the story is about and all that kind of stuff. Then you have your if you're using the hero's journey structure, you would have your call to adventure. So, well, you actually first of all you have the ordinary world, which you have to establish the ordinary world and hook readers into the story and what your story is about. Next up, you have your call to adventure, which gives the invitation to a hero about what they like. There's something wrong in the hero's world, and whether it's internal or external, that calls them to adventure, and that's one of the set things that always happens in every story. Then you have the refusal of the call because the hero never actually. You have call to adventure, then you have the refusal of the call, where the hero is unsure of like whether it's external reasons or internal reasons as to why they don't want to go on the adventure. And then after that is okay. One more. We need one more Demi-Atma, and we're done with Oracle Pacha. I don't know if I'm just getting luckier because I was doing this stuff about a year ago and I just could not get any Demi-Atmas at all. But and I'm also capped on bicolor gems. So back to Tuliolol. I gotta dump gems. So is that the case? Oh, okay, I've been capped forever, so I need to dump bicolor gems first. So before I move on. And it's probably going to take me another hour or two to... What do I not have yet from bicolor gems? Because I know that they add a bunch of stuff here, and I don't want to go to Solution 9 right now. So, what have I got here? Crimson Dawn, Golden Dawn, Morrow's Might, Morrow's Magic. Okay, I don't have those songs yet. I think I've got the Solution 9 ones, but I don't think I have the ones from... I could just get 15 vouchers and just go for money. You know what? I'll just do that, because I know I'm going to be doing a lot of... I'm just going to sell these one at a time and start making bank. I'm not going to go for the raccoon mount. I tried doing the raccoon mount. I am not going for that. Alright, Riker, do your thing. Make me some goddamn money. How much are these going for, by the way? Oh, yeah. I like that. I like 135,000. I'll just do that. Oh, no. Return items inventory. One of these is 135,000. And yeah, we'll see how I do here. 135,000. Yes, your job, Riker, is to make money. And I'm gonna just do 5 of these because you never. So this is actually how I got a lot of my money early on. So we're gonna do those, and then. Yeah, I could try to go for that, was 200 or so that you need. But back to Oracle Pacha. Yeah, I just had to dump bicolor gems. Alright, anyways. I think, yeah, I know, I was sacrificing that fate, but there's another one. So we'll do that one instead. So we're going to go with... what was I doing? Just trying to check something real quick. I got a notification on my phone. Anyways, we're gonna go over where are we going? We're going up here. Yeah, it's easier to go to this one. Is this okay? I think this is another defense state. So we're gonna do. Okay, this isn't a defense fate. It's just a talk to them. Simply talk to them and go from there. Start talking to people and stuff like that. But if those vouchers sell, then that's gonna earn me 500k. So, which I would be very happy about that because that's like half a mil there, and definitely passive income in some ways. Because I am not going for that. I am not going for that. I think you need 200 of them. Yeah, I think you need 200 of those to get them out, and I'm not willing to do that kind of work. That's a lot of fates. But I'm doing the fates here just to get Demi-Atlas. But anyways, it's kind of what... Are we good? Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, okay. Next one's over the hill. So... Oh, you gotta fly. Wow, that's a really steep hill. Okay, yeah, just climb over the hill, go down the hill. You guys can understand the rest. So it's the plant one again. I don't know if they actually did increase the drop rate or not. But we do have but if they did increase the drop rate, then I definitely can't complain about that. Over here. Oh, maiden on the field. Gotta kill the maiden. I know it sounds wrong, but you guys know what I mean. Anyways, I don't know if, I say this every patch, but I'm not sure if I'm actually going to return or not, but to 14 or anything like that, or at least I might return, but I am looking for a group of friends. So, and, because I'm kind of friendless in this game right now because I don't have any friends anymore. I know it's sad. No, I don't know anyone else that plays this game, so which I know it's arguably the second most popular MMO of all time, and I don't know anyone. So I know it is kind of sad. Anyways, that's kind of what I'm aiming for when it comes to stuff like this. I'm working on, just working on Demi-Atlas and trying to get all those done. We still got to do one more living memory, which I might do living memory then, and just HF. HF is going to take forever. I think I've done over 100 fates in HF, and I've never been able to get a drop. So... Oh yeah, these guys. As long as I can kill them fast, they hurt like hell. Anyways, so, okay, that was almost down. Oh, no, it's not down. It's not dead. Uh-oh. I think we got two of them. Oh, that one spawned right on top of me. That's why. That one was right on top of me. Okay, at least it was fine probe, then. Still obviously avoid the AoE, but... Okay, that was closer. So that's kind of what I've been doing lately, is basically just working on stuff like that. Yeah, just been kind of working on the novel, kind of been doing like And earlier in the stream, I was talking about earlier in the stream, I was kind of talking about the what was it? What I consider YouTube, or what I consider to be inauthentic content versus what YouTube considers to be inauthentic content, which is obviously between the two. Because there is a that one's down. So that's kind of what. So I think it's. Yeah, I think it. I personally think it's a bot that looked everything over. Like they didn't watch. They didn't watch anything like that. Like I sent them the 5-minute appeal video, which was like 4:59 because YouTube adds a second or so, and sent that to them, and it was nearly instantly rejected. That's the thing with YouTube, is that YouTube, they give you it is basically red tape about, like, it's just a cover. They don't really care about anything like that. They have, it's just formalities. Like, oh, you can quote unquote appeal, but if you hit the appeal button, near instantly you get, your appeal has been rejected. I'm not making that up. That's what happened with the leg day video last year. That's what happened with Flexing in the Forest this year. That's also happened with TYSO with age restriction. They don't do anything like that. There was one time where the appeal actually was successful, and that was with a thumbnail that I did with the TCS audiobooks. And that was when I was doing the TCS audiobooks and stuff like that, where it had to do with what was it? Sorry, okay, there we go. We got a fate going up there, and I think that was defense fate. But I still need one more atma in this area, or demi-atma in this area. So I'm keeping track right here because I got two from Kozamalka, and I finally got one from Urkalpacha, so we're good there. I've been slowly making my way to grabbing more of those. Okay, so we got, this one's defend the boxes. Jaku bird. Ruh-roh. I'm getting aggro to death. Well, at least they're not on the box. Yeah, at least they're not on the boxes. So that's the important thing. So we got, they're a ninja, and okay, they're a white mage. Alright, so we got, more birds. Alright, we got that. Oh, okay, we got to subtract the pallet. We got that there. We got, so I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be taking the channel from here on, but I know that, other than I'm probably going to be doing more live streaming for the foreseeable future to at least convince YouTube that, yes, I do stuff that is not AI. So, like, I get that a lot of my audience is interested in, very much is interested in the stuff that I, like, the TCS stuff. And that was how I got most of my audience, to be honest. But a lot of this is more about trying to convince YouTube that I'm not just AI and that there's an actual person behind the channel. And that was my belief for a while, was that if you can prove that there is a human element in the videos, that okay, this is not a defense state. I thought it was. Like, if you can prove that there's a human behind the videos. Did I just get hit by that? Okay, cool. That YouTube would not consider it to be inauthentic content, which that was my belief, but apparently they now think that if the videos are, hey Pajamakin, how you doing? How you doing this afternoon? It is afternoon, right? Okay, yes. I'm pretty sure it's afternoon your time, but still. I know you missed the whole rant about what I consider inauthentic content versus what YouTube considers inauthentic content, and I think we've discussed this before, where earlier I was talking about the film Idiocracy, and I guess, yeah, earlier I was talking about the film Idiocracy, and I'm doing alright, and I know it's my first thing on YouTube since coming back from the Bay Area, but like 3 weeks later, I wasn't in the Bay Area for 3 weeks, I was in the Bay Area for like 3 days, but still. Alright, so yeah, I was in the Bay Area for 3 days, but I was talking about with Idiocracy, so I don't know, I'm repeating myself from earlier in the stream, but I don't think you were here for that. But if you remember, I don't know if you've seen Idiocracy or not, and okay, I don't know if you've seen the film Idiocracy, but there's that one scene in there about where they have the film Ass, and it was basically just someone's ass for 2 hours. That's what I would, stuff like that would be what I would consider inauthentic content. Where if it's something like that, or someone staring at a wall for, you haven't seen it, okay. So, but I think even if you haven't seen the movie, then I think you still kind of get the point of the message. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's something like that. Something like that, or somebody just staring at a wall for 2 hours, or somebody reading tax returns, or something like that. That's what I would consider inauthentic content. Stuff that nobody wants to see, super repetitious, and adds nothing to the platform whatsoever. And the stuff I'm doing, which YouTube, well, I already talked to you about this, but this is more of like the channel in general. Like, it's not everyone is on Discord, and not everyone is following, like, stuff like that. Like, YouTube's like the one thing that I do besides, well, I haven't done much on TikTok anyway. There's been other reasons why I've been doing as much with AI lately. That's with IRL stuff that I don't want to get into. But anyways, okay. That one's done. Okay, so we're moving on to this one. I think this one's the... Is this the one with the, Oh no, I think this one's the lizard one. But, apparently YouTube thinks that anything with AI is... Okay, which one are they going to? I think we're going to the... Oh, wait, are they turning... Okay, they're turning around. We're going to the other one. Where are we going? Which way are people going? Are they going here, or are they going there? because this makes no sense. I think we're going there. Yeah, this is one downside with with parties and stuff. Like, it makes no sense which way we're going because I'm not in voice chat or anything like that. Is there anybody that's actually doing this? The answer is no. Okay, we're doing the other one. Okay, yeah, it makes no sense. So, I think we're doing this other one with the defense fate. Alright, so we're moving over to this one. Okay, so we got the one gazelle. Oh, we got all those that we gotta save. We gotta save those stone walls. Anyways, so YouTube thinks that anything with AI is quote-unquote inauthentic, despite what my little video has said. But that's even assuming that it was a real person that saw the video and not a bot, which I'm pretty sure it was a bot. That I'm almost certain that it was just a bot that. I'm pretty certain it was a bot that looked everything over. So, because, and the bot is probably thinking, or probably deciding, oh, AI was used in the creation of this video, therefore this video is inauthentic. Because it has nothing to do with, because it's just guys flexing muscles all day. Like, it doesn't think that there's any sort of story, it doesn't think that there's any sort of anything like that. And I've noticed that this is one thing I've kind of noticed regarding the way bots see videos compared to the way that bots see videos compared to the way humans see videos. Because humans have actual eyes that can see things, and everyone knows that. Bots, on the other hand, see through programming, and it's far easier for them to see text or audio, like speech, like text, speech, or those kinds of things, than it is for something like let's say, what's a good example here, versus visuals. And which way are we going? I think we're gonna go to the boss. Okay, yeah, go to the boss fate. I think some people are already over there, but yeah, there's a lot of I think there's a lot more fates going on right now, but I can hopefully get a gold on this one. Whatever this wind gust thing is. They go by transcripts, so they probably think so. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they're probably thinking that, oh, or at least TyStar's videos are, or the bot is thinking, beep beep beep, beep boop beep boop, TyStar video don't have script in, therefore inauthentic content, beep boop beep boop. So that's probably what they're saying, that they're probably thinking that, oh, there's no. Now, granted, there are some. I know that there are some bots out there. vidIQ has some that they can check on visuals. Like they can scan the visuals of the video and say, oh, this beep boop beep boop, beep 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 beep. I know I don't speak very good robot, but you understand what I'm talking about. But where it's more of video contains muscle guy, and next video contains muscle guy, and the next video contains muscle guy. Therefore, this channel only has muscle guys flexing, and therefore inauthentic content. So that's probably what they're thinking of. And it's showing the same muscle guy in all these videos. So, okay, I think we're going to go to the one up on top. I'm not sure which way those other guys are going to be going, but I think I'm gonna go to the one to irate to migrate. I'm probably gonna go to that one. So yeah, I know most of it is transcripts, and that's kind of where I'm going there. And is this it? Are there people here? No, there aren't people here. They may have gone to the other one. Okay, never mind. The white mage is over here, so we're good. We're good. So yeah, we're definitely good on those. Okay, so we got AoE time. I like AoE. As long as they pile up on someone who's not me, because I'm a caster and I need to be able to actually cast stuff. Oh, looks like it's nighttime again. So that's kind of what. By the way, if anyone's interested in playing 14, the free trial of this game now includes Shadowbringers, which I personally think is the best expansion in the entire game. So if you're interested in playing 14 and wanted to try out the free trial, it now comes with 100% more Shadowbringers, which I very much approve. So. That's kind of what we're going with there, and are we gonna? Oh, never mind. We got more Blizzard 2 and Cyan. Oh, I haven't gotten a Demi-Atma in a while. Okay, next one. Go to the one with the bonus. So we're going to go to that one, and then... Oh, some people are up already at the volcanoes, but I guess I could pop this one and then go up to the volcanoes. Although I think this one is... I'll pop this one because, yeah, bonus. We want bonus. But then... Oh, are they... Okay, then, but that's the boss. I thought that was somebody else, but nope, that's the boss. Are we gonna go which way? I guess, yeah, we'll go to the volcano one. With my luck, I'm gonna get the Demi-Atma, and then after that, I won't do the boss one. Oh, this poor guy by himself. I think we only got to like 12 of them or so. That one's down. So that's kind of what we've got a, So, but at the same time, though, this is another thing that bothers me. There are some AI channels, though, that are still monetized. So, I'm not exactly sure what they're doing different that is allowing them to remain monetized while I get demonetized. So... Okay, are we good? Alright, on to the boss fight. So we'll go to the one down there first. Yeah, it is kind of madness, like where they think AI is where they're thinking it's either that or they're thinking that I still have too much of the old stuff that is okay, I think they've already kind of I'm hoping I didn't grab aggro. I don't think I did. But where they're regarding the other AI channels and stuff that I've seen that are still monetized, apparently it's either the YouTube bots never caught up to them, or they're doing something different that is allowing them to stay monetized. I need to enable drift there. And I don't really understand what exactly is causing that or stuff like that. But YouTube apparently still thinks that I have inauthentic content. And so if my idea is that if I do nothing but live stream for 3 months and stay above 4K watch hours, that it thinks that I'm a live streamer and therefore would give me monetization back. At least that's what my belief is. So if you have friends, please tell them about my streams. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be doing and stuff like that. But like, I know this stream is more about talking about state of the channel and stuff like that, and doing kind of just a live Q&A for people that want to chat with me and stuff like that. But what else we have here? We got these giant enemy crabs. Attack their weak points for massive damage and call the bird. Alright, I didn't realize I didn't have the bird out. So I wonder if anyone else is down here. Maybe they probably went to this one because it is closer. But you know what they say, did I talk about my writing? I did talk about my writing earlier. I don't think you were here for that either. But in regard to the writing, I've been working on a new novel, and I'm 25 chapters in out of 40, so I've been really busy with that. And I think I was talking about the hero's journey earlier on the stream. I think I didn't quite finish because I do tend to ramble. So I will admit I do tend to ramble. And I was talking about the hero's journey earlier, where going through the different steps in there, and I was talking about the saggy middle that I'm having trouble getting through. Okay, they all went up there. But the saggy middle, and that is one thing I've been having trouble with, dealing with, and I've been hitting a case of writer's block because I think I may have started the third act too soon in terms of word count, because I'm around 45,000 words into the novel, and the novel is be closer to, let's say, 80K. Granted, I think there's some stuff with revisions and stuff that I need to do. Like, there's definitely some emotion. Like, I definitely need it. There's one thing that I've noticed that a lot of people that have read my work have said, that I don't have as much emotion, like emotional impact, as some other people say that there needs to be. And so that is one thing I definitely need to work on. Like, there are some scenes, I don't want to talk about the content of the book because it's a little too early for that. I'm aiming to release the book sometime next year. And so I know next year, I'm probably before the end of next year. I'm pretty sure that this one might be a silver. But I might get there before, and I might still be able to get a gold, but I'm probably going to get a silver on that one, but still. But, with stuff like that, it is, what was I talking about? It has to do with, okay, so they got, oh, back up. Okay, that one's down. Alright, so that's kind of, and then I went over the call to adventure and I went over the refusal to call. Like, he said emotion. Is that like you're confused about emotion, or what do I mean about emotion? Like, I think a lot of it has to do with the character reactions, and I submitted the second chapter to my writers group earlier this week, and there they were talking about how you have too much thought and not enough emotion. And when they're talking about emotion, they're talking about things like how, like, intrinsic reactions to events that are happening around the character. Like, there was one person, or there were two people that said that the story needed to be better in first-person POV rather than in third-person. The TCS books are in first-person, but the one I'm working on right now is in third-person. But where they think it needs to be more about like show the reactions on the page. Like, did the guy's eye switch, or did the guy's or did the protagonist's eye switch at something that was being said to him, or did the you just saw a video about that? Oh, I may have seen it before. If you want to send it to me via Discord, I'll take a look at it tonight while I'm at work. As long as it's a listenable video. If it's listenable, then I definitely want to take a look at that. But it's something like that. Okay, we got two fates going on at the same time. We'll go to the one with the bonus. So we'll go to the one with the bonus, and then there's another one up there. Wow. Okay, so it's feast or famine here. So long suckers popped up first, so we'll go to that one. Plus it has a bonus. So we'll do this one first. Very listenable? Okay, so if you want to send it to me via Discord, I'll take a look at it tonight while I'm at work. And, so... But that's kind of what, yeah, where it talks about, like, emotions. Like, it's very much the whole, like, there's the overused phrase, show don't tell. Where apparently I have very telly writing. Which I can tell if someone has very telly writing, although obviously you can't be your own critic. Like, there's a reason why people would say, or why people say you need to have others look at your work before you release it. Because, like, there's a lot of people that are going to be like, oh, and this was being said before AI was all this. Because, yes, you can release a jillion books a month, but you're not going to get any returning viewers. Or you're not going to get any returning readers. Like, yes, there were people there that are interested in watching the entire series, or reading the entire series, but they don't want, like, but few and far between compared to the likes of, let's say, where are we going to go next? I think, are we going to go to the one, let's just follow where the people are actually going to be going. Okay, I'm just going to teleport because that one's going to be over by the time I get there. I think I just fly there myself. Alright, so I don't even know what's in... I don't remember what this fate was about at all. Okay, so it was talking exactly about show don't tell. Yeah, like there is acceptable telling, by the way. There is acceptable telling. Like, let's say that I talk for 2 hours about. Let's say that character A and character B have a conversation, and then character C wants to know what character A and character B wanted to talk about before, or like rather than play out that entire conversation again and for the reader, that information that the reader already knows, you can just sum that up in one line. And I do that a lot of times. I do that a lot in the novel that I'm working on, where one character, like, if two characters have a conversation and a third character wants to be informed about what that conversation is about. So, because the third character was not in the room when the first two characters were talking. So that's kind of where, so that's an example of an acceptable tell. There's also the case of showing that lags the narrative and stuff like that, purple prose or something like that. And purple prose, where it's like you really I can't think of an example on the fly, but if you're using very flowery words, I know there's a lot of flowers in this zone, but like if I'm saying okay, Ty-Star flew to the next fate. Like if you said soared on his wings of he soared on his wings of a giant bird that, not really a giant bird, but to the next encounter against a flaming red death beast that has a giant sword, and it goes on 3 paragraphs describing the sword. So that would be the other example, showing that slows the narrative down, because the gist of the story right now is Ty-Star is killing this giant snake thing with a sword with a giant paintbrush that is probably inspired by Epic Mickey. Actually, it wasn't, but you know what I mean. Oh no. Now it's attacking me! But, it's kind of that thing, but when I talk about show don't tell, it's more about we need to know what the character's emotions are. We need to know what which thoughts can be seen as showing to an extent, because the exact thoughts about, oh, what am I thinking about? I'm thinking about talking about storytelling right now, even though I'm trying to fight this boss. So, what am I feeling right now? I'm feeling indifference because I fought this boss before, and it's a fairly easy fate boss that will probably die in the next 2 minutes. But that's kind of what I mean about, in some ways, about show don't tell. I know I've mentioned Maxwell Alexander Drake on the channel before regarding some of the writing he does and stuff like that, and a lot of the writing advice that I've gotten was from him. Not just him, but other authors too. And he used to do, I think he actually still does, but I don't go to them anymore because they're too far out of the way. But, yeah, they're definitely too far out of the way. But they are basically writing classes about, he would do one about character creation, or he would do one about the hero's journey, or he would do one about show don't tell was one of the classes as well. And he also does point of view. He's actually written an entire book on point of view, and I think he was also working on one as well regarding the hero's journey. So there's definitely a lot of... Oh, okay, we gotta kill these guys. But, head hopping, which there's a lot of beginner writing mistakes and stuff that I don't really see those as much nowadays. where it's like, okay, so using TC as an example because that's already out. Like, if I'm mid-scene, I started Jason's POV and then I switch over to Riker's POV, for example, that would be a example of a head hop. I think you know that already. But or if like there's also Omniscient POV, which nobody uses Omniscient POV nowadays anyway, where the story that I'm writing now is in third person, but it's in third person limited, where it's very close to, it's very similar to, yeah, it's very close to, like, you're keeping the camera in, or like you're keeping the camera zoomed in closer to what a yeah, you're keeping the camera closer compared to an Omniscient POV where it's like it's constantly hopping between different scenes and stuff like that. And okay, is this okay? We're good. Oh, god damn it! Okay, wrong button. I meant to use Rainbow Drip. You know what? I'm grateful for that. You know why? Because it keeps the boss off of me. So, and I don't want the boss on me. I would rather have close third person. Well, the term that I use and a lot of people in my writing circles and stuff use, they use third person limited. Third person limited is where you're focused in on one character versus omniscient. And there's also third-person free indirect discourse, which I don't really understand the difference 100%, but the difference is that the true third-person limited is you stick with one, you basically write with first-person except the third-person pronoun. So, like, I fought this boss in Urkel Paksha would be first-person, and the third-person is, Highstar fought this boss in Urkel Paksha. He's not happy that he's not getting any Demi-Atmos. But, and then Omniscient would be like, somewhere in Tyrol, this one guy was fighting a boss somewhere in Urkel in a land resembling Peru called Urkel Paksha. And, but yeah, this zone is very much based off Peru. And, so that's kind of where, okay, that one's down. Okay, which one next? I think we'll go to the bonus. So that's kind of what we've, so we got all those enemies down. Like, I need to get one more Demi-Atma in this zone and I can move on to Yoctel after that. Like, I'm not going to be streaming this all day. I'm just wanting to talk about the state of the channel, answer any questions that people have. That's kind of the purpose of the stream today. So we've got, we're going to head over to the right real quick. Okay, so these giant rats. There's a lot of rats. But, as far as, like, writing and stuff goes, that's kind of where I'm going with. And then, actually, Drake's also done a few, not my Drake, by the way, but, he's done a few classes on publishing. And I learned a lot about publishing from those as well, but he usually does those in the beginning of the year. But, oh, we got a summoner, and I see a Bahamut there. Yeah, I see a giant Bahamut. I kind of like Summoner, but Summoner's got a really rigid rotation. Like, one thing I like about Picto is that with Picto, I can just spam one, and, it's very, in some ways it's very mindless, but at the same time it's something I can do in chat. So, and do stuff like that as well. You guys see it Titan now. Let's see if we can maybe these guys down and not get killed. Wow, look at all those AoEs. Look at all those AoEs. God damn it, get off me. I can't even get a hit in because of... Couldn't even get a hit in because of so many AoEs. Alright, so anyways, on to the next one, because I was getting quite a few demi-atmas earlier, but they do exist. This is actually the best run I've ever had for Fates and stuff, because I haven't been able to get any demi-atmas at all. Like, HF was the worst. HF was terrible. Okay, I'm not going to go to the other one. That other one, I'm just going to start this next one, because there's, yeah, you can't get them all, but, okay, so, I'm surprised this one is not a, let's see, where are we going here? But, what else was I talking about here? So I think as far as like the main topics of the channel, I've kind of talked about everything. But, I think I've talked about everything I need to talk about. If there's anything that I missed that I may have covered earlier that you may not have, that you wanted to know about, or... So that could be something, or... Well, I think there was that as well. Sorry, I'm thinking of stuff, but I'm just, as I said, this is mindless thing grinding, so... Stuff that I could do and chat at the same time. What videos will I upload now? That, I think I'm going to focus more on live streams. So, I think for the time being, I'm going to focus more on live streams. I was considering editorials as well, but at the same time with editorials, YouTube, it may be the same problem, where YouTube thinks that, oh, because the visuals are AI, and because the voiceovers are AI, that the video is inauthentic content, So, that's why I'm kind of steering away from that, and I want to say that live streams are probably the safest when it comes to getting remonetized, at least for now, because the bot's going to look it over, and yeah, because the bot's going to look it over, and if it sees 3 months of live streams, that it's provided that I can stay over 4K hours, which I think I'm still over 4K hours now, despite all the videos that I removed. But, which way am I going? Okay, fates are pretty dry right now. But, as long as I can stay above 4K watch hours and live stream, I don't want to live stream every day. That would take too much energy out of, take too much energy out, and not exactly sure if people would actually watch, but that would be, I think that might be the best course of action, because it takes 11 hours a day to, because I've done the math, and it's 11 hours a day to get 4K watch hours per year. And live streams count and long form videos count, but I know that shorts don't count, and private videos and unlisted videos, those don't count either. It has to be public videos that anybody can watch. And live streams only count if the live stream stays, public and becomes a regular long form video. So that's kind of what I'm aiming towards. Which, if I live stream on average, let's say that if I had friends that, like a substantial amount of friends, that watched me live stream for, like, if they watched me live stream for a certain number of hours a day, like, if I had 4 friends watch for 3 hours, like if I live stream for 3 hours and 4 people watch for those 3 hours, then that would be sufficient to maintain 4K. And based on the math that I've done. So I was hoping for an actual tank. I'd rather not tank these. I think we've got a lot of healers. Because it's easier for me to... Yeah, it's easier for me to do this on pick though. And, there we got what else was I talking about? Oh yeah, so I think that's what I'm gonna aim towards when it comes to future content for the channel. But the problem is I don't really have any friends to watch videos, like a substantial amount of friends to watch these live streams, because let's face it, most people that watch this channel are here for the muscle content. And apparently the muscle content is what YouTube doesn't like. So, especially with the whole, but I already told you the story about flexing in the forest. So, as for TBJ stuff, I think with TBJ, there was another music video I was planning on doing for TBJ. But I canceled it for 2 reasons. 1, everything that was going on over the past month, and 2, Flexion in the Forest being taken down. And it was for a song that has not been released within TBJ, because just before I left for the Bay Area, I kind of whipped up it was a mix of songs that I'd already done for Travel Sound, and it was also songs that... some new songs as well. It was mostly a remix of Travel Sound. It was meant to be a B-side album called The Beach Sides, which those songs I may upload later, like later in the year. I want there to be some sort of gap between those and the gamer songs that I released last month. So, and that's kind of what I'm wanting to go with. You got those there. Get over there. This is what I don't like. I don't like RNG. RNG is never on my side. Especially if I'm going for my last one that will probably never show up. Oh, someone else got ranked 14. Nice. Okay, we got 2 more. Okay, that one's getting engaged. Back up. Alright, so where else we need to go? Oh, fates are dry. Fates are once again dry. How many? Okay, I've gotten 400 gems since. Yeah, I've gotten 400 gems since my last. Yeah, since I want to say my last one. I think there's other stuff I want to sell on the market board too, but I'm just gonna do that later. I just gotta wait for another. So if you guys have any video ideas, let me know. That are not very heavily based off AI. That I'm not revealing my IRL face. So there is that too. I'm not going to reveal my actual IRL face. I don't feel comfortable doing that. And do we have a... Is it really that dead here? I don't want to go to Yoptel. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty dead here. How long have I been streaming today? Not even 2 hours. I might go a little bit longer then. I do have other things I need to do. Oh, we got a fade up here. Is that the... No, that's not the plant one. That's not the plant one. That's a different one that I don't know who it is or what they're doing. Is that the box one? No, I think we did the box one already. Sorry, I'm rambling to myself, but... Okay, so this is... Oh, okay, this... Okay, this is the one with the bugs. Anyways, we got, so I thought about doing editorials because some people were interested in the editorials, and I know a lot of people, I know that there were a substantial amount of people that were really interested in the character creation video that I did last month. I thought about doing one based off of the hero's journey, and, but that's the thing, though, is I'm not exactly sure how YouTube is calling these, whether it's inauthentic content or if it's because it is AI or something like that. Because okay, so we got all those down. So, it's just, you never know with YouTube because you don't really understand what is going on with them and the stuff that they're looking for when it comes to... Because they think that I'm doing a lot of that stuff as... But... That's the problem with YouTube, is that they are never transparent. It's 100% rules for the monopoly. Where you want to say, oh, you're not Mr. Beast, then we're gonna put these billion rules on you that they might tax you on breathing or something like that. But I already went over, back when I was in Kozamalka earlier in the stream, I went over, like, I don't like using the term AI slop because I think the term AI slop is overused. And, I definitely want to say that the term AI slop is definitely overused. And I think it's also misused. Because AI slop to me is like giant talking fruit that eats itself, or things where like people with 6 fingers or 10 toes, like 10 toes on one foot, not like 6 fingers on one hand or 10 toes on one foot or something like that, as examples. But we got soothe the sprites. Oh, did I get? Okay, there we go. Something happened. I don't know what the hell happened. But that's kind of what we've been going with. And sorry if I'm rambling. I mean, yeah, that's exactly my point. Where they see, oh, Tyler was created with AI. Well, first of all, Tyler is like you know this, but I use disclaimers saying that yes, this is a work of fiction. All scripts are human written, and like all scripts are human written. And if you guys want copies of the scripts, let me know, and I can send them to you. And stuff like that. It's for videos that are already out and released and stuff like that. Like, AI is used to generate the visuals, and that's exactly what I said in the appeal video earlier this month. But I think a bot looked at the appeal video, said, oh, we don't want, like a bot saw the appeal video and said, oh, there's AI in the appeal video, I'm not going to even bother looking at this, I'm just going to reject your appeal, try again in 3 months. So that's kind of, but that's the problem with, where people overuse the term AI slop, and they just think, like, I got a bunch of AI slop comments on the TBJ video where there was the band and SM Gamer. Where the purpose of the video was for them to just announce the album and stuff like that, and they just say, it's just a bunch of anti-AI people screaming that, oh, Tristan's not a real person. Well, of course Tristan's not a real person, he's a fictional character that I created. So, at that point, it's are they going to say stuff like The Sims is inauthentic content because you created those characters yourself? Is it going to be like if I created something in The Sims, or if I create something in Planet Coaster? Oh, this park in Planet Coaster is inauthentic content because this park is not a real park. Like, even if I pour hundreds of hours into that park, or something like that. So it seems like it's just people ratting on AI, or ragging on AI, I should say, versus actual slop content where it's like, okay, we're a guy doing jumping jacks, and like just a guy doing jumping jacks for 10 hours. So that's kind of what, at least is what I'm kind of aiming. I thought this one had visitors. Guess not. Okay, one of those gazelles is on me. But that's just kind of my take on it. And even then, with music videos, what about music videos? So, because, like, if you put a full motion music video, like, I think if what I'm doing on TBJ's channel, which I don't think TBJ is ever going to get monetized, it's kind of a side channel that was meant to be for focusing on TBJ's music, and that was kind of the purpose of the channel in the first place. Was to... Yeah, the purpose of that channel in the first place was to basically be a depository to store TBJ music. But, okay, we're gonna go to the boss fight, because that one people are already in progress. But, I know, I switched over to the air wheeler. But, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the TBJ, with Tristan and the Beach Rock Boys. So, that one is all about... Okay, I'm gonna actually do my rotation this time. Technically, it does give me white paint. Okay, so that's how I have that white paint. Oh! AoE. Oh, never mind. Okay, I guess it got deterred. So, like I think what happened was, well, in January I think it's YouTube changed the algorithm or something like that. Well, in April it seems like they got it, because apparently I've heard, and I think you may have said this, where apparently like I wouldn't call it legitimate, but non-AI channels were also getting hit with inauthentic content. Which makes no sense, because there must be something going on with but I think that by the 2030s, I think I may have said this before. I don't know if I did or not, but 20 years ago when I was in high school, I took science fiction English as my English elective and stuff like that. Okay, you're saying Roblox, Minecraft, and animation channels, but 20 years ago, when I was in high school, oh, animations with copyright characters. Oh yeah, we did talk about that before, but yeah, I know we talked about that before, and okay, we'll go to 2 irate to migrate, but what was I saying? Yeah, 20 years ago, when I was in high school English class, and we were talking about sci-fi stuff where it's like, oh, technology is going to get to the point where we don't need actors anymore. I think we're finally getting to that point. We're finally getting to the point where I think that by the 2030s, I want to say by the 2030s, that AI will get to the point where anybody can create their own feature film and have it be believable. Whether it's good or not, that's still subjective, and that's just any form of media. But maybe it already be there. But I don't think the technology is to the point where it can be believable from start to finish, where you have an actual beginning, middle, and end. Which, TCS Reborn, there are obvious tells that I try to eliminate as much as I can, because I think some of the tells, there's some more subtle tells and stuff, like the angles that I use for Jason's apartment. Like, I have multiple sets within that, but I don't have an actual physical set that might be able to be usable, because let's face it, with The Sims it would be pretty obvious, but it would be, okay, so Wow, I have not been getting any, Okay, are we gonna go down here or are we gonna go up there? That is the question right now. It's another one of those where it's got... Okay, so... Which way are they going? Are they going to this one or are they going to the other one? I guess they're going to the other one. We'll figure it out from here, but yeah, we're gonna go to the other. Yeah, they all went to the other one. The one with the giant pineapple trees. That's what I call these guys, giant pineapples. Tell me I'm wrong, right? Okay, so we got those. So we got, what is it? What was I talking about? I know it's giant pineapples, but before that. Okay, yeah, they all went to that one first. Yeah, it's been a while since I've gotten another Demi-Atma. Alright. I'll just do this first. Let them tackle the boss. Better them than me. Alright, so we got that there. Sorry if I'm not talking much right now. I think I'm running out of things to discuss. I was considering going until I get this last Demi-Atma, but that may not be feasible because I could be here for several hours. I could be done now, or I could be done in several hours. Okay, it's down. Yep, still didn't get one. Got 20 bicolor gems, but we still have this one up here, the volcanoes. Yeah, these, for those of you that don't know what the Demi-Atmas are, these things right here, I need to get 3 of each color. And I don't have any of the purple ones, so because the purple ones are a pain in the ass. Anyway, so what was I, okay, so, there's actually a lot of people doing cakes here. Okay, so are we good? Okay. And fates are dry again. This may be, yeah, and I'd rather not go to Occult Crescent. I think for those vouchers, I probably got undercut. But you never know. How long have I been streaming? Is that I think that's the $1 million question right now. How long have I been streaming actually? It's been over 2 hours. Any more fates right now? I think I've done, yeah, I think I've said everything I need to say. So, I think we can end it here. Thanks for joining, guys. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next or anything like that. I might do another discussion stream or something like that. Until then, I'll see you guys next time.